How that idea about Finland and that reality now, are they like, is something shocking or disappointing or?
Until now, almost for 7 months, I haven't faced with any contradictory behavior from Finland government and as well as from the Finnish people. Maybe I can tell you 2 or 3 memories. When I came here the first time. I told you we landed in Vantaa airport, but we were so excited and kind of frightened and worried. Even we are at the airport, but we were just feeling it as if someone is following us, as if someone is observing us, you know. So because before I came here from the through the booking.com. There is a booking.com. So, we had a very stressful and very tired journey from Albania to here. Sometimes thirsty, sometimes hungry, it was really difficult for us and it took a long time. And therefore, we were so stressful and very, very tired. I mean, exhausted. So I told myself that I'm not going to submit myself in the airport, at the airport. Before submitting myself to the authorities here, to police, at least I will go to a hotel and I will take some rest. I will make my mind and later on I will go to police. So this is what I decided. So therefore I booked before a kind of hostel room since we didn't have a lot of money. So in a hotel it was very difficult, but it was a kind of student accommodation place, in fact, in Helsinki. So I didn't know the address, I didn't know how to go there, so I have just approached to a police there. Since I went out of the airport, so I was a little bit how can I say, encouraged. I mean, confident, more confident than before. So I approached the police and I showed the address of that accommodation place. And police told me that, okay, you can get in this shuttle buses, airport shuttle buses, and then just tell to the driver, and driver will drop you in the closest place. Okay, and it was middle of the night, and I got into the bus, and later on the driver dropped us there, but we still didn't know where to go, even it was so close, because I didn't have even internet connection so that I can use Google Map or some kind of GPS and I can go there. So I didn't have it. I was looking around someone if I can ask, and there was a very young girl, it was in the middle of night and walking same street. So I approached her. I didn't want to frighten her. I approached her so politely and said, "Excuse me, could you please help us?" And she was so helpful. She just has just written the address in his own GPS, Google Map, and later on she showed me the directions. I was so thankful. And then I went there. When I went there, there was many big buildings, I mean tall buildings, and a lot of floors everywhere. I didn't know where to go again, and I was still looking someone to ask, and luckily there was another one at the parking space of that building, and it was a little bit tall man, and the first girl that I met, she didn't look like a Finnish people. She was looking like more of Asian people because from her appearance. But that man was pure Finnish people. Yes. Yeah, I mean, the appearance was looking like this. And I asked him, I was a little bit kind of course, afraid of asking again. But that man took us to the entrance, to the main door of our floor, our apartment. And he guided us until our room. it was another nice expression for me. And later on, I found that the hotel, the accommodation hostel owner, he left the door open for us.
Okay.
Even he left the key.
Yeah.
Even we have never met. And I was so surprised of this trust. Since I have studied also sociology, so I'm observing,
Yeah.
And after 2 days of resting there, we went to police. And we were so excited and a little bit afraid, of course. And in police, they have behaved us in a very gentle way, in a very civilized way. We went there, they have even not checked our backpacks.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked to that woman there, are you not going to check our backpacks? And that woman made a kind of, humor.
Yeah.
In a humorous way, she told me that, are you hiding something illegal in your backpacks? Do you have some knives or some weapons or some, she made a kind of, this approach was really friendly and so gentle and so civilized manner. And later on, they hired a taxi for us and they dropped us to the camping place. And we didn't pay anything for the taxi. They were the one paid it. So it was another good impression for me. And we stayed there in Udanmankato. We started staying there. And 2 weeks in quarantine. And during the quarantine, they served for us. 3 times a day. They were just, leaving the food, breakfast, and whatever we need in front of the door. And whatever we need, they provided here, there. And they were so careful about the quarantine conditions, even. And I think it was in the middle of quarantine. And it was my elder son's birthday. And he was a little bit sad because he told me and his mom that whenever it is my birthday, but it corresponds to some kind of unusual conditions, so we cannot do something. He felt this and he was kind of sad and worried about it. Yes, it was a very unusual condition, in fact, and we quarantine, and we just came there, and we are refugees. We don't have much facilities to celebrate, to do some kind of birthday celebration party or this kind of thing. Sorry, and later on, I went downstairs and just maybe I thought that we can figure out something together with those staff there who are dealing with us. And there was a young man there, I forget his name, a handsome, good-looking man, and he was so young, and his approach is kind of a little bit more than special than the others, in fact. More polite and more considering, So I asked him, I told him that today is my son's birthday, and he's kind of sad because we cannot do something. We are in quarantine in a very small room. And it was a very sunny day that day in Helsinki. One of the unusual sunny days in Helsinki that time. And I have asked him that, could you please let us go out at least, and we can do something as a family for my son, for his birthday. Okay, since we used to live there for maybe 10 days, so they knew us and they trusted us. And they told us that, okay, wear your masks and don't go in somewhere crowded and don't use the public transportation. So you can go out, it's a sunny day, go out for a few hours and then come back. And so we were so thankful and we went out. We went to the seaside there. And we bought some forest berries for my son because he liked them a lot. And then later on we came back and we took some pictures together. It was good for him, at least. And later on we returned to our place, and we directly went to our room. And after just maybe 10 minutes later, someone knocked our door and we opened it. The same guy, he appeared and holding a kind of shopping bag with in his hand. And he just, he has given that shopping bag to us, and he said us, he told us, "Happy birthday, Murat." My son's name is Murat. It was a shock for us because we didn't expect that kind of very nice and very, very good behavior. And later on we we thanked to him. We said, okay, that time we have already learned to say Kitos and some kind of, expressions. We said Kitos, and then we opened the bag, and in the bag there was a t-shirt for my son, and there was a chocolate and some biscuits, and there was a card, and written on the card, "Happy birthday, Murat." So it was so emotional. After all these hard situations, you are even being kicked off out of your country, and your own people are behaving you like this. But when you came here, you are not sharing the same religion, you are not sharing the same maybe philosophy of life, maybe you are not sharing the same flag, same country, nothing is same. But getting around the same universal values, humanities. So this is what I have seen here. This is what I have witnessed. And it happened also when I came here. We applied to this Opisto, and when we came here, they have given us an accommodation, a place to live, a place that we can cook our own food, a place that we can have our own privacy and family life. And what I learned is later on, before we moved here from Helsinki, they have arranged the necessary things that we need, kind of home application, home appliances, kitchen appliances and furnitures, and they have put them in our home. And later on I have learned that there is one of the staff here who's dealing with the needs of the immigrants. Her name is Hanele. So later on I have learned that she herself carried the necessary beds and furnitures with her own hands from the upstairs to the downstairs that we are living. So she made it herself. They didn't hire someone, they didn't pay to someone, but with their own hands, as if they are the moving company or staff or someone. So they made them themselves. So this is humanity we are talking about. This is a civilized manner. This is the really high-leveled and high-ranked educated people, because we are not ignorant people, we are educated people. I told you that I have studied many universities, and I am an author myself, so we know, and we know the value of this kind of behaviors. So we observe them well. So coming to your question, yes, until now for 7 months, even I know that I have been told that by also my teachers and some other Finnish people, that this part of the country that we are living in here, Etelä-Pohjanmaan part, is a little bit more conservative than the other parts. But even though, until now, as a foreigner, as an immigrant, I didn't face anything contradictory that I have learned or I have searched before about Finland.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel that you have to give up something when you came here, something important like religion or cultural things, or?
Nothing. You know, we didn't give up anything because we didn't feel even a small, a tiny kind of implication. No one even implied us to give up any of our religious, activities or our cultural, values. No one. I mean, I didn't hear even a single word, even an implication. I didn't hear about. I have never seen here. I mean, in Finland until now, in camping in Udanmenkatu, in Opisto here, until now, I didn't feel any kind of, I'm not going to say compelling, but even that implication I have never felt. Therefore, unless if you are not disturbing or if you are not trespassing your own limitations, and if you are not trespassing into other people's freedom circle, let's say, we feel that we are free to behave here as if as we are, without feeling to change or to convert anything from our own values. So it makes us feel really safe and free and secure. All
right. That's interesting to hear, because some immigrants feel that you have to like hide your culture, but that's interesting to hear that you looked at from that general humanity perspective and that freedom perspective. So
of course, what I believe and what we have learned. Yes, we are Muslims. We are Muslims, but Maria, we have a different view of religion.
Of course.
Religion. Since I am a theologue, I have studied theology as well, and I've studied theology in its original language, in Arabic language. So, what I believe about religions are, there is no religion in the world that orders or advises or recommends the something hazardous for the humanity. All the religions are being revealed or sent for a betterment of life of people in both lives, let's say, here in this world and also in the hereafter. So no religion orders to act or to arrange terrorist activities, for example. There is no extremism in any religion in the world. Even those religions might be the revealed religions or the man-made religions. So, but if it is religion, I'm talking about religion. I'm not talking about some other isms. There might be some other extreme isms in the world. Some sects, some groups, some like Russianism, like fascism, like some this kind of, but if it is a religion, in all the religions, we can, if we approach to religion in a sincere way, in a humanistic way, so we can figure out the same commonalities
I understand.
Among the religions. And around these commonalities, we can easily gather. And we can easily share. This is what I believe in religion, and this is my view of religion. For example, I will tell you a very specific example. Back in, I don't know, 3 to 4 months ago, I think it was in, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't remember well, but in France, maybe in one of the European countries, there was a kind of attack, a terrorist attack to a church, and some innocent people, unfortunately, was murdered by these terrorists who are claiming to be Muslims, and they attacked to church. And when we heard this, we immediately went to a church here, and after the mass, we met with the priests there, and we offered our condolences. And I have still his phone number. We sat side by side, and I have apologized. I apologize on behalf of other Muslims, and I am very, very sad and very sorry that many innocent people, were murdered by these terrorists. So this is how we share our sorrows, how we share our, and no religion in the world orders. God doesn't order to kill, to murder any innocent people in the world. This is the God that we are talking about. So if you are believing in true God, if you are believing in true way in a religion, if you have the true faith, your God, your religion never and never order to murder innocent people in any circumstances, in any conditions.